totally motivated, if you were full of motivation, okay? Have the feelings inside you that you would have if you were full of enthusiasm and passion, okay? And in a minute we're going to start clapping. We're going to start slow and we're going to start increasing. So I want to take the energy level of, I think it's about 1 now here, you're all starting to fall asleep, to 10. And when we get to 10, I want you to make some noise. And the noise I want you to make is as if you were just reached the mountaintop, okay? So let's start clapping. Okay? Come on, 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 okay. And now stand in a Superman pose, yeah, or a Wonder Woman, right? Okay, okay, and keep breathing, breathe, and feel all of those emotions, you know, excitement, enthusiasm, passion, motivation. Can you feel it?
Yeah.
Can you feel it?
Yeah.
Yes? Good. Give yourself a round of applause. Okay, so why on earth am I revving you up here? Okay, well, you see, they say that the state that you are in when you learn something, that's the state you're going to be in when you try to remember what you've learned and you try to apply what you've learned. So if you learn like this, well, that's the type of state you're going to be in when you try to remember that information and put it in practice, which is not very useful, isn't it? So I want you to be participating full out, right? I want you to take notes. I want you to wake up, sit up straight, be full of energy. If I ask something, reply. I know you know the answer, but by you participating in the training, it's going to keep your energy level high and you will get a lot more value. You'll learn more, you'll remember more what you've learned, and this will have a lot bigger impact on you, okay? But today we're going to talk about planning your year 2017, 2018, right? So it's a big chunk of time, it's a year. And how could you have this really, really great year? Well, a great year starts with a great plan. But if you chop the year into pieces, what will you have? You'll have a great month, right? And a great month starts with a great week. And a great week starts with a great day. Exactly. You see, most people, the reason why they fail to achieve their goals for a year is because they look at it as a year. They go, oh, I've got all the time in the world. I've got 12 months to do this thing, right? So I'll put it off, right? And then it never happens. You see, if you want to have a great year, you have to have a lot of great days. So it all starts with how can you have a great day. And one thing that I share with people, which I really, really love, is a strategy to plan your days. So you can do this either in the evening before you go to sleep or in the morning when you just woke up. Now the reason why I want you to use that time is because your brain is the most susceptible to new information just before you go to sleep and just after you wake up. It's like a sponge. That's where you want to listen to educational stuff and motivational stuff and inspirational stuff. That's where you want to read the book, except because that's when you're going to take in the most. Now this exercise, all you do, you take a piece of paper, you split it into 4 squares, and you write goal 1, goal 2, goal 3, and miscellaneous. So you decide what are your 3 most important goals right now. Let's say there's one business goal, let's say there's another relationship goal, and let's say there's a third one, an economic goal, or maybe personal development goal, or maybe whatever goal, right? Health goal, or whatever it is. And you write, what are you going to do tomorrow? So everything you're planning to do tomorrow, you have to put in either one of the 3 goal boxes or in the miscellaneous. So let's say you go, well, tomorrow I'm going to do the washing. Now, will the washing fall in any of your goal boxes? No. Unless your major goal is to do all the washing, right? Probably not. Probably it's going to fall into the miscellaneous. And as you start putting stuff, you visually start seeing how much of what I'm going to do tomorrow is actually going to be pushing me forward with my 3 major goals. And how much of it is actually going to be stuff that is irrelevant on a long term, right? So putting stuff this way will give you a visual that you go, okay, goal 1 is a lot of stuff here, there's a lot of stuff with goal 2, but goal 3, I haven't put anything. I need to figure what I'm going to do tomorrow to push me with my 3rd goal, right? And that's how you practice really being efficient with your time and really knowing exactly what you're going to do either today or the next day, right? This is really cool, and just try it. Use it for a couple of weeks, use it for a month, and see what happens with your time. You're very quickly going to start knocking off stuff from miscellaneous and start putting more stuff in your goal boxes, because you will want to focus more of your time and energy into achieving your major goals. So that's number one. I'm going to give you 10 tips today. Number two is DMO, Daily Method of Operation. Now, if you want to have a great day, you have to have a plan. And for me, the easiest way to plan my days is by using daily method of operation. So how do you do your daily method of operation? Well, you need to ask yourself, what are the key result areas in my business that I need to attack every single day? Not just once a week, not twice, but what are the things, if I want to be successful in my business, if I'm to achieve the results that I want to achieve, what are the things I have to do, live or die, every single day? And there are things, I promise you, there are things in your business that you have to do every single day, whether it's talking to potential customers, whether it's talking to potential business partners, whether it's communicating with your existing team leaders, whether it's checking the back office and checking the news section, sending emails, sending a training video, whatever you need to do to push your business forward, you have to have like a list already prepared, maybe on your phone, maybe on paper, and you tick it off every single day. So it doesn't matter what happens, those boxes has to be ticked every single day. If you have some time left over, then you can do some other stuff. But your daily method of operation is your plan for every single day. And I have that plan, and many people who I know who are successful, they have that plan, which they attack every single day. So they wake up and they don't guess what I'm going to do today. They already have some stuff that is set in stone that has to be done every single day. And then some other stuff that they do one day, they don't do it other day. But those stuff, daily method of operation is there. So do you have one? If you don't have one, you need to design one. If you have one, you need to stick to it. Not just like I'm going to do it for 2 days or 3 days, but every single day, right? So that's daily method of operation. Number 3 is incentive programs, right? So we've heard it being mentioned, the incentive programs. You can run your whole business by using the incentive programs. So you go, okay, in the next 12 months, this is the incentive I'm aiming for. This is the achievement I'm aiming for. In the next 90 days, this is the achievement I'm aiming for. In the next 30 days, this is what I'm aiming for. And exactly the same way, when you work with your team members, you do the same thing. You go, okay, so what do you want to achieve over the next 30 days? What do you want to achieve over the next 90 days? And you just pick and choose from the incentive programs. It's like taking stuff off the shelf and going, okay, which one would you like to do, right? It simplifies the business and it gives you things to aim for. And also, with incentive programs are the events. So if there is a national conference coming up, that should be a milestone in your business. If there is another trip to another country with the company, that should be your milestone. And you work from event to event to event to event. So now you're at this event. The question is, at the next event, will you be there? Is not a question. You will be there. But the question is, how many people are going to be with you at the next event? Because if the next event you're on your own again, something is wrong, right? Because your business is not duplicating. You're the only one going to the trainings, right? So that's number 3. Okay, number 4 is journal or diary, right? So I have my journal with me all the time. Whatever training I attend, whatever webinar I listen, whatever meeting I do, everything is in my journal, because you just can't remember everything. And great ideas, I remember Jim Rohn saying that rarely do you get interrupted by a great idea. Great ideas are like mining for gold. So when you have a great idea, you need to have something to put it in. You need to have a diary or a journal where you can keep your great ideas, and then you can pass them on to your team members, you can pass them on to your recruits, etc. So do you have a journal and a diary? A lot of people now using the mobile diaries, or you still have your paper diary, but again, you need to have it visually where you know what is happening today, etc. So that's number 4. Okay, number 5 is to-do lists. Again, to-do lists are great because it helps you to feel in charge of your day, and it helps you to have that sense of achievement. When you have a to-do list and you go, bam, that's completed, bam, that's completed, bam, that's completed, it gives you that feeling of accomplishment. Many people set goals that are like long-term, like 6 months, a year, etc. And they never feel that I'm not accomplishing anything. Like it's so far ahead. But when you have a to-do list, it's like small goals. It's a goal for today. Your to-do list is a goal for today. So I'm going to speak to 5 people today about my product. And as soon as you've done it, cross it off and you go, boom, that's done. You put something else, go and, walk around the block or have a jog. That happens, boom, you cross it off. So it gives you that feeling of accomplishment and that you are in control of your time. And then you can look back and go, okay, yesterday I had so many things to do I didn't achieve. Why? What is happening with my time? Okay, and become a finisher. It's easy to start stuff. It's easy to start. It's easy to start a diet. It's easy to join a business. It's easy to join a gym. It's easy to, start a relationship. What is hard is finishing. It's completing it. So become a finisher. And not just in huge things like marriage or whatever, but even in small things. If you made a to-do list, stick to it and finish it. Because that's the confidence it'll give you. That's the feeling of accomplishment it's going to give you. And then move into bigger things. Start achieving and finishing big things. Okay, number 6 is goals. Now you need to have goals. If you don't have goals, then, it's like, I give example of a football game. Who likes football? Anybody likes football in the room? Okay, quite a few of you. Great. So imagine if we take a game of football and I take the goals out of the game. Would that be an exciting game? No, it would be 20 idiots running around the field with a ball, right? It's not very exciting to watch, right? Yeah. So exactly the same way in your life, if you don't have a goal, then you don't have a direction in your life. There is you're not aiming at anything. And if you aim at nothing, you're going to get it every single time. If you don't know where you're going, if a bus came and instead of the route, it said somewhere, would you get on it? No. I wouldn't, because I want to go somewhere, right? So really you need to have goals. But setting goals is just the step 1. Step 2 then is to check your goals and review them. So how are you getting on? Now we are in nearly the end of February, and the chances are most of you have set some goals at the beginning of January. Most people do. They call them New Year's resolutions, right? Right? So whatever goals you set, now is the time to start looking back and going, where am I with this goal? How much progress have I made? How much have I achieved so far? Don't wait till the 31st of December to look back at your goals, okay? And then step 3 with your goals is adjust them. So once you reviewed them, you need to make some decisions, right? And adjust them. Maybe increase the goal, maybe reduce the goal, maybe change something, maybe scrap it all together and make another goal. But you need to keep refreshing your goals list, because that will keep you motivated, it'll keep you fired up, and it'll keep you going forward. Because that's all. The progress is the name of the game, okay? All right. Number 7 is re-energize. You see, business is an emotionally draining game. Especially as a leader, you're always giving. You're giving your energy. Whether you're doing a business opportunity presentation, whether you're doing a product presentation, whether you're training your people, whether you're working one-to-one, you're constantly offloading your energy and your passion, right? Because unless you do that, you're not going to inspire people. So if you do that all the time and you don't top up, guess what's going to happen? You're going to burn out. That's 100% right. You're going to get to the stage where you're going to go, I don't want to talk to nobody, right? I'm sick of people, right? That's what's going to happen, because you haven't topped up your own batteries, right? So you need to figure out what turns you on and what turns you off, right? What recharges your batteries. Maybe it's going to a training seminar. Maybe it's listening to motivational, inspirational stuff. Maybe it's reading a book, or whatever it is. Maybe speaking to your leader, maybe speaking to your team members, or whatever. Whatever recharges your batteries, whatever keeps the fire burning, you need to figure that out and start investing time in it and start practicing it as much as you can. For me personally, it's gratitude. My biggest motivation in life comes from gratitude. Every morning I wake up, I try to think of as many things as I can. Before I go from my bed to the bathroom, I try to think of all the things that I'm grateful for. Thanks for that, and thanks for that, and thanks for that, right? And I'm starting to thank. Not just big things like my children and my family and, roof over my head, but also small things. like, being, just seeing a sunshine outside or whatever, right? I remember one guy I was listening to straight and he said, what I know that I'm crushing it in this life? When I wake up, get out of bed, and I can see that I'm still above the ground. Right? So whatever it is, be grateful for all the things in life. There's so many things that you didn't have to do, but you have them already. You didn't have to build the roads, and they're there. You didn't have to invent the libraries, and they're there. You didn't have to invent the internet. You heard today there are some people in this room who live pre-internet, right? Some of you don't even know what that means, right? But there was a time when we didn't have internet, so you didn't have to invent it. Somebody went out of the way, did it for you, and now you have it, and you can use it, right? So I remember when we used to pay for calling people, right? We don't do that anymore, right? I can call Africa right now free of charge. I can call, any country free of charge using Skype, using Facebook, using WhatsApp, using Viber, etc., right? It is unbelievable, right? And all of these things we just been given. We are blessed with all of those things. So be grateful, because gratefulness is the most powerful emotion. When you are grateful, you can't be sad. When you're grateful, you can't be angry. When you're grateful, you can't be jealous. It overpowers everything, right? So when you practice gratefulness, it'll get you out of any negative emotions, and it'll get you fired up and ready to go. Okay, number 8, you need to invest. Invest, not money. You need to invest in yourself. You need to start reading, listening, attending, getting coaching, getting mentorship. Do whatever you can to invest in yourself and grow your value. Can 2 people work for the same company and one get paid £5 an hour, another one £50 an hour? Yes. Why? Because the guy who gets paid, or the girl who gets paid £50 an hour, provides more value, right, than the person who gets paid £5 an hour. And the only way to increase your value in the marketplace is how? By investing in you, right? By learning more, developing your skills, building your personality, whatever you can to build your value. And same way in business. Don't go, well, that's like marketplace and job market, I'm in business. No. Same way in business. If you were more courageous, more motivated, more outspoken, more everything, would you attract more people to your business?
Yeah.
Absolutely, you bet. If you were all of those things, would you attract more customers? You bet. Would you be able to train your team and inspire your team more? Absolutely, right? So by investing in yourself, you're causing this ripple effect to spread out, because you're going to affect other people in a positive way, right? And that's what you want to do in your business. Okay, number 9, work hard. You see, the best substitute for talent is hard work. And some of us, let's face it, we're not that talented, right? We're not the next Picasso, we're not the next Da Vinci, we're not the next Beethoven, right? So we need to work hard to compensate for that, right? I know I'm not very talented, but I'm a hard worker. I can practice and practice and practice until I get it right, even if I don't get it right first time. So learn to hustle. It's been, a lot of people talk about it. A lot of people talk about investing, and working hard and hustling, etc. Right? But it's true. If you want your business to go to the next level, and let's say you still have a full-time job. Let's say you still work 9 to 5. And some people use that as an excuse. They go, well, I work 9 to 5. I work 12-hour shift or whatever, so I can't build my business. I don't have time, right? Well, that is not true, guys. I can promise you it's not true. Because you have from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's your time to build business. Now, some of your eyebrows just go on up. You go, what? I need to be building my business to 2 a.m. in the morning? Yes. Stop watching Lost. Stop watching, Coronation Street. Stop watching, everything, right? To throw your telly through the window, right? And start using that time to build your business, right? If your life depended on it, right? If you were told that you got 6 months to live, what would you do? Would you still sit in front of your telly watching the soaps? Or would you build something to leave for your family? Would you build something substantial? Would you leave a legacy? Would you let people know, who I was, and what I was worth, right? So exactly the same way, you have the time. Everybody has the time, but it's how you use that time when it comes to it, right? If you put in the time, you will get the results. And every single person that is successful that I know, it didn't come easy. They had to put the time and effort year after year after year to get to where they are today. Now, they are where they are, right? Okay, and the last one, number 10, ask for help, right? Ask for help. Now, if your ego is here, and you're not going to ask for help, anybody, right? Then I'm going to use a different term, modeling. The quickest shortcut to achieving success and getting results that somebody else has, or you see somebody who has the type of income you want to have, or has the level of success, or has the health, or has the body, or whatever that you want to have, the quickest shortcut to get that is to model that person. Do what they do, talk the way they talk, dress the way they dress, read what they read, attend the seminars that they eat what they eat, and you will get the results that they get, right? So what you want to do is find people that you know, or you need to find, get in touch with them, who have the stuff you want to have, or who are where you want to be, and start modeling them. Ask them, what is it that you do? How do you do it? And copy exactly the same thing. You cannot go wrong with it, right? But the simple term for that is just asking help, because in business, you already have mentors, you have leaders, you have support that is ready there. They're waiting to help you, but you just need to raise your hand. There's too many people drowning in silence, right? They're suffering in silence. Imagine if you were drowning in water. Would you just go quietly, just go, oh, I'm not going to bother anybody, let me just drown, right? Would you do that? No. You would scream for help, right? You would shout for your life. But in business, I see it every single day. People are drowning in silence. They don't ask for help. They go, oh, I'm not getting results. I'm not making any money. But I'm not asking for help. I'm not going to ask anybody's help, right? I'll just suffer in silence. What's the point? There's no point. There are people who are rooting for you. Your success is my success. But you need to ask for help, reach out, and say, hey, I'm struggling with this bit, or I'm struggling with that bit. How can I improve? How can you help me? Can you give me some tips? Can you give me some advice? Can you mentor me? Can you coach me? Right? Does this make sense? Yes. I can't hear you. Does this make sense? Yes. Good. Thank you very much. God bless you, and have a great rest of your day.